From First Coast News, this is Good Morning Jacksonville.
I'm Alex Osiris downtown this morning, where it's been another busy weekend for JSO. They're continuing investigations into 13 shootings this weekend where people have been shot at around the city. Now, just 2 more people shot overnight at an Arlington apartment. Now, those 2 people are expected to recover, but JSO still looking for suspects in a vehicle. We're going to have more on this coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. Also developing out of Jupiter, Florida, golf superstar Tiger Woods, one of the greatest of all time on the golf course, now defending himself after he was arrested for DUI on Monday.
Tiger Woods says that his medication was to blame and not alcohol. Jason Ransel will have more on this. That's coming up at 6:46. And we're live this morning. Good Morning Jacksonville hit the road for this live look right here at Daly's Place ahead of the grand opening tonight. We thank you for waking up with us here on this Tuesday morning. Your time now, 6:31.
44 lights on the roof outside. That's what gives that projection of lighting as you see it as the sun goes down or comes up very early, and it will light up all of downtown. A bunch of different combinations they can do. It's really beautiful as 5,500 are going to pack in here. It's a sold out show tonight. Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. We're going to get a behind the scenes look. We're going to show you the various angles, even from the highest angles of the house. You're going to get a great show. Lindsay Boach live roaming around. But first, before we go anywhere, we got to get out the door. Weather and traffic. Mike Prangley, we will begin with you. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning. It's already a great show thanks to you guys. Doing a great job out there, and we're keeping an eye to the sky here downtown. There's beautiful Daly's Place, Everbank. What a great venue. Just so excited for Jacksonville. But notice there's a little red sky here. Red sky in the morning. We may have a thunderstorm warning by late day. In fact, all the ingredients adding up right now. It's already 77. In fact, a front will drift south, and look at all the winds. See how they're all converging together? Well, that forces the air up. We get 45,000 foot thunderstorm tops with lightning erupting by late day, unfortunately. And this may include some brief wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour and hail. So 3-degree guarantee high of 94. Steamy start, green light go this morning, but check it out. Stormy for the drive home into the concert. I'll let you know if that lightning will finally get out of the area in time for the great show. But first, we've got Monica Garcia keeping you safe in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Well, good morning, Mike, and good morning, everybody. I'll tell you what, traffic looking good for you on this Tuesday morning, although it might feel like Monday for some folks who had yesterday off. Check it out. Live look out there at 95 at University. Traffic moving right along. Of course, as Mike has been telling you throughout the morning, rain is expected for later on, so that means all you folks, your drive home, especially folks heading out to the grand opening of Daly's Place, just make sure you give yourself some extra time because it's going to be jam-packed with slick roads. Not a good combination. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Monica. Your time now is 6:33 on this Tuesday morning. We're following up on a developing story. This is out of Glenn County. Still no sign of an elderly woman days after her disappearance.
So police say they do suspect foul play in the disappearance of Linda Mansfield. An adult protective services worker said she thought Mansfield's son was stealing from her, and right now he is in jail on forgery charges. If you know anything about Mansfield's disappearance, give Glenn County Police a call right now.
And you may have seen this over the weekend, this video. A lot of you posted pictures on social media, smoke billowing out from underneath I-95. This is near the downtown area. Wow, look at that. This is after a fire started at a homeless camp right underneath, and police say it appears to be an accidental fire. But after the fire under I-85 in Atlanta this spring, we had decided to speak with the Florida Department of Transportation about situations like this one. What can they do moving forward?
You see the fire like that in Atlanta, and you see what the smoke was in Jacksonville, and it certainly makes you think. They made sure hazardous products were not spilled out all over. They made sure to clean it up, and they said that we've got to make sure things like this, tires catching fire in various homeless camps, can't happen anymore across the state of Florida.
We all made an extra effort to make sure that we can inspect and make sure we don't have any concerns, with under interstates, for instance, make sure, well, at least to minimize any impact or any potential situation.
So the question I'm sure you have is it dangerous to drive that bridge? FDOT says the bridge along I-95 in Jacksonville was not damaged, but they are going to go back checking this week just to be double sure. Okay, all morning long, this is where we've been. This has been the set for the live show here, Good Morning Jacksonville, Daly's Place. We are on the stage, this very spot.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds will be roaming it this evening. A sold-out show, 5,500 will pack in the gills of Daly's Place. But before the grand opening, the concert with Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds, tonight, we're going to warm it up for them.
That's right. We're on the south end right now of the stadium, and Lindsay Bolt, she's been wandering around this entire place. She's going to show us the best seats in the house right now. She's way up there. Good morning, Lindsay. How's it looking?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we've talked about all of the great things that are here at Daly's Place. We took you behind the scenes. We took you back where the artist goes. But we're going to talk about the worst seat in the house. And really, it's not even the worst seat. There is no bad seat. And you hear that time and time again. But you're looking at it right here. This is as far back as you get. Chad Johnson joins us, Senior Vice President of Sales. Tell us a little bit about the venue and how it's set up.
Yeah, well, it's by no accident that we're sitting here, and I'm proud to say this is the worst seat. As you can see how close we are, and we're only about 135 feet from the stage. And really the main focus was the artist experience, the iconic structure, the roof structure of the building, something we could be proud of, and then the seating bowl. That's what the fans will remember, and to be this close and intimate is really what the takeaway will be, to be able to see the artist's face and expression and interact in unlike any other venue in the country.
And it's such a great thing to have in downtown Jacksonville as well.
Well, when you heard our owner, Shad Khan, introduce Tedeschi Trucks Band, he said, here we are in one of the finest music facilities in the country, right here in Jacksonville, Florida. And you heard the fans go just crazy for that. And that's really what we've been trying to do is consider ourselves the best, shoot for the best, and deliver the best. And there's no doubt we did it here with Daly's Place.
And even with such an intimate venue, you've got the second and third layers kind of right on top of each other. That's by no accident. But you've got some big names who are coming here as well. You know, how do they feel about playing in such an intimate area?
Well, watching the first couple acts come through and see, I mean, they were taking pictures and talking about the venues, really important for us. Dave Matthews, we know we're the only play in Florida, I believe in the Southeast, so that to have that regional draw is really important. Big names like Zach Brown Band, and it was really important for us to have a very diverse lineup. You'll see urban hip hop, you'll see children's shows, things like Kids Bop and Dan TDM. You'll see some old classics, Chicago Doobie Brothers. So we have music across the spectrum, and that's really important for Jacksonville too, because our goal was to bring new people downtown. And so far the ticket buyers we've seen, 75% have not purchased a Jaguars ticket. So it's definitely new people coming downtown.
And we'll talk a little bit about more of the other names that are coming and what you kind of plan on doing with the Jaguars, because Everbank is literally a stone's throw away from where we're sitting right now. We'll talk about that here coming up in about 20 minutes. Guys, back down to you, right there. I can see you.
Literally right down
So
to
close.
us, Lindsay. We've been watching you the whole time. It's great. And we can see your face and hear you without the mic, which is an even cooler testament to this venue right there. Still ahead, we got Good Morning Jacksonville, talking college baseball. The postseason push is on. What's on tap for Florida as they host a regional? Florida State as they host their regional in the NCAA tournament.
But first, it's already pretty humid out here at 77 degrees, and you're in for another hot day, this time with storm chances. Mike's back with their forecast in just 2 minutes.
Yes, we are waking up with a beautiful start postcard pick, but yeah, look at the sky. Yeah, it's almost like you could slice through it with a knife here. It's very thick. We've had a red kind of tint to the sky this morning. Red sky in the morning. Sailors take warning as the forecast today, because after a steamy start, we do turn stormy. Let's go right to the graphics. Yesterday, we hit 102 degrees on the north side. So record highs, to keeping our eyes to the sky, because this hot pressure and this high pressure moves off to the east. That brought us that a record high, and then we're going to turn stormy with a Gulf flow. In fact, Gulf moisture, Atlantic moisture, all adding up to a tough ride home after a quiet start. Look at this lightning chance for Daly's Place, increasing and peaking at 40% by 6 o'clock this evening before it settles down for the start of the concert. So be careful if you're tailgating when the thunder roars. Head indoors. In fact, Futurecast lights up with all those ingredients coming together, it looks like, for that ride home. So we've got Monica Garcia now in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center, keeping you safe, not only getting to work and school, but yeah, getting to the big concert, Monica, right?
Well, good morning, Mike. Good morning, everybody. We'll get to that in just a second, but check this out. A live look outside at I-95 at University Boulevard. So before you get out the door this morning, we did have one accident that came in, taking a look at our maps, that came in just about 5 minutes ago. This is at 103rd Street at Schindler Drive. I-95. No road blockage over there, but this is a crash with injuries. So there's still going to be emergency units out there. So just make sure if your commute takes you through that way, maybe you want to use an alternate route. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Monica. And still ahead on Good Morning Jacksonville, a golf superstar arrested for allegedly driving drunk, why Tiger Woods now says alcohol was not to blame.
But first, in your headlines, more violence right here in Jacksonville. Another shooting brings the total up to 8 in just 3 days. We're going to have the latest on this in 2 minutes' time in your Power Block. Stay right there.
And welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville live from Daly's Place on this Tuesday morning. Your time now is 6:45. We appreciate you waking up with us. Such an exciting day ahead of tonight's big grand opening. We know the soft opening was Saturday, but tonight is the big night.
Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds will be right here on the stage. We're broadcasting live from now. We just took a look at a set list from a May 7th show, and you know with Dave, he's going to play it big. We saw 26 songs, a lot of hits on there, a couple of covers as well. How they wrap the whole thing up, or how they have been, is pretty awesome as well. That's a long show. But before we do that, and we talk about everything that's happening at Daly's Place, let's get to our headlines and our power block of nonstop news this morning. Breaking news from overnight. It seems another shooting has added to an already violent holiday weekend in Jacksonville. This time, 2 people were shot on Justina Road. That happened in Arlington.
And that brings a long weekend's total to 4 people killed and 9 others injured in shootings. A very disturbing weekend. We know a holiday weekend. We want to get right out to Alex Osiris. He's live this morning at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office headquarters with the very latest details. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Keith. And it's been a busy weekend for JSO. They're investigating yet another shooting, this time at an apartment complex in Arlington where 2 people were shot. We want to show you, though, the statistics from this weekend alone, where 13 people were shot. 4 people of those were killed by gunfire. Now, this latest scene you can see here from overnight. JSO says that they responded to gunshots, and when they arrived, they found bullets had passed through the door but didn't find any victims at first. 15 minutes after that call, an off-duty officer at a nearby hospital had reported that 2 adults actually drove themselves to the hospital and were seeking treatment for gunshots to their lower extremities. Now, right now, JSO hasn't released any identities on those victims or on any suspects. The only information they have to go on at this point, a dark-colored sedan was seen leaving the scene of that apartment complex last night. So on top of that shooting, they are continuing the investigations on a number of others from this weekend. We're staying on top of this, and we'll have another update for you coming up at noon. Reporting live from JSO, Alex Osiris, First Coast News.
Thank you, Alex. Your time, 6:47. Developing right now in Florida, out of Jupiter. Golfing legend Tiger Woods saying alcohol was not a factor, though he was arrested for DUI over the holiday weekend.
He says it has something to do with the medications that he was taking. We're going to get into things right now with Jason Ranslow. He's live in the Information Center with the latest details. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, guys. Well, Tiger Woods is speaking out after his DUI arrest yesterday, apologizing to family, friends, and fans. This is the much talked about Tiger Woods booking photo. Woods was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail yesterday morning, arrested in Jupiter on suspicion of driving under the influence. He was released on his own recognizance just hours later. A spokesperson for Jupiter Police said it's unknown where Woods was coming from or going to Monday morning. In a statement, Woods says he takes full responsibility for his actions and says he wants the public to know alcohol was not involved. Woods is placing the blame on a mix of prescription medications. He says he did not realize that mix of medications would affect him so strongly. Woods has struggled with back injuries in recent years. He had fusion surgery last month. He is not set to play golf this season and has not played since withdrawing from play back in February. Live in the newsroom, Jason Ranslow, First Coast News.
Thanks, Jason. It's now 48 minutes past the hour. Let's get into your top national headlines on this Tuesday morning. President Trump publicly, defends his son-in-law for the first time since reports surfaced that Jared Kushner was now being looked at as a part of the Russian investigation.
The president told the New York Times, quote, "Jared is doing a great job for the country. I have total confidence in him." NBC News reporting Kushner is now being told to lay low at the White House. So much more on this coming up. Good Morning America and the Today Show again at 7 o'clock when we finish up here.
And 2 men stabbed to death while trying to protect passengers. This is in Portland, Oregon. Today, the man accused in that attack is set to go to court. Police say Jeremy Christian threatened 2 young women during an anti-Muslim rant on a train Friday and then stabbed 2 men who stepped in to stop him. Christian will face murder and hate crime charges. And a startling run-in with an animal shuts down a zoo. This is in England. Police say a zookeeper at the Hamerton Zoo was killed by a tiger when she was in its enclosure.
Officers did not say what led up to this attack. They did call it a freak accident, though. By the way, the tiger is still alive. We don't know what's going to be done, though, moving forward here. Rough story there. Let's come back to Florida now. Big news for 2 college baseball teams right here. Florida Gators, Florida State Seminoles going to host their own regionals in the NCAA baseball tournament. The Gators hosting South Florida. I've also got Bethune-Cookman and Marist coming to town. As for the Seminoles, you've got Auburn, UCF, and Tennessee Tech. That all begins on Friday. Also, big note, no Miami for the first time in 45 years in the NCAA college baseball tournament. Wow. All right, let's take a live look outside as the sun has officially come up over Jacksonville Beach. What a beautiful morning it is, but Mike Prangley, a little foreshadowing to the afternoon with the color of that sky there.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, we take a look at our start. A beautiful sunrise, but you can almost see it. You can feel the rain on the way. So this is our quiet start. I want to thank H.F. Fon for this beautiful postcard pic. 77 degrees. Yeah, here's the problem. Dew point of 74. It's more like Key West out there. So a July pattern in May, things are a little out of balance. So runner index just a 6 today. We're dodging the heat this morning and then the thunderstorms by late afternoon. In fact, here's what I mean. We've got a front to the north. We've got converging winds. Not only a front to the north adding lift, but look at this. We've got Gulf moisture, Atlantic moisture, and we've got 45,000-foot thunderstorms that are going to build this afternoon, what we call pulse thunderstorms. They can put down brief wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour as they feed off that afternoon heat and humidity. So as we look at Dave Matthews Day at Daly's Place, be careful if you're tailgating. You don't want to be outside. When the thunder roars, head indoors. We will have some lightning, it looks like, in the area downtown by 6 o'clock, but we should clear out in time for the start of the concert and your drive home. So Jim and Cindy White said, you got to check this venue out. It's awesome. And yeah, it should be a great time. We're proud to be out there this morning. The Her model, it is showing the timing. Good getting to work in school, not so good coming home and coming downtown for the concert. So be extra safe and notice some of these storms on the strong side. Big 7-day forecast. 6 of the next 7 days with rain in the forecast each and every afternoon as the sea breezes continue to collide. We need the rain and we're going to get it. In fact, Monica, the only dry day is Sunday. Pretty amazing, huh? Let's get to the
that's right, Mike. You know what? And all that rain, not a good combination with the traffic that we're going to be seeing downtown later. So as Mike just said, you know what? You want to be safe out there with the slippery roads. Give yourself some extra time. But slippery roads is not what we're seeing right now on your way to work or school. I-95 at University looking good. We do have one accident to tell you about really quickly. Looking at your maps, this is 103rd Street at Schindler. This is a crash with injuries, but it's not blocking the roadway. Back to you guys.
Monica, thank you so much. Now let's get your top stories as you head out the door this Tuesday morning. Today, a woman accused of kidnapping a baby and raising her as her own daughter set to appear in court. Gloria Williams was arrested this year for the kidnapping of Kamaya Mobley back in 1998. Now, Kamaya Mobley goes by the name Alexis Manigo now, was found safe in Walterboro, South Carolina in January. Gloria Williams doing court at 8:45. Of course, we'll be there and bring you the updates on air and online, firstcoastnews.com.
Tonight, a community comes together to remember a young girl who was shot during a sleepover in April. 12-year-old Ramaya Eunice died from her injuries last week. Police say she was shot by an 11-year-old boy who suffers from a mental illness. As of now, no charges have been filed. A vigil for Ramaya will be happening at 6:30 tonight at the corner of Warrington Street and Willow Branch Avenue. That's in the Lackawanna area. And taking new approach to addressing Florida's opioid epidemic. This is something a lot of folks are talking about this morning. Today, Senator Bill Nelson will visit UF Health here in Jacksonville to talk about how opioid addictions in mothers affect them and newborn babies as well.
Going to be here at 1:30 this afternoon. We're going to bring you the updates about his visit on air and online a little later on today.
All right, folks, all morning long we have been here live at Daly's Place. We decided to shake things up a little bit. We're here moved right now. We're in seat number, what are you in, Lou?
2.
104, this corner right here.
I'm in 2.
5,500 seats packed tonight. It's supposed to be a sold-out show.
Sold out, 5,500 will be jammed in here as well. So tickets gone. Plenty of other shows to see throughout the summer, though. What an incredible season. Of course, Keith's in seat 1. I'm in 2. And Lindsay Boach telling us about that lineup as we go through the summer. Hello, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, and the really cool thing about the lineup is that there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, and that has to be the intent, right? With our partnership with the city of Jacksonville, the goal again continues to be bring more people downtown. So you have to have a diverse offering, and kids are going to be able to come, right, and see some of their favorite shows, and people looking at acts that maybe haven't toured this market for a long time. So it was a really focus point for us.
And we were talking about the Jaguars and the connection here and how close we are to Everbank Field. And you're kind of trying to plan some maybe theme weekends with teams that are coming in for Jags games.
Yeah, we'll have a concert every weekend of a Jaguars home weekend. So a Saturday night and Sunday game. What we'll try to do is maybe tie the two together. If it's the cancer awareness game, maybe a performer that holds that initiative very dear to them. Maybe the opponent. Seattle comes in town and you want to get a Seattle-based grunge band to come and give people a reason to spend the entire weekend down here with us.
All right, and again, we are in the quote-unquote worst seats at the Amphitheater, and I don't even like using that term because there really are no bad seats. We're looking right down at the stage, and you can still see everything. I can see Joe's down there. I can see his face. I can see the expressions on his face, which is really an intimate experience for the artist and for the viewer.
Well, if this tells our fans anything, I watched the entire set of Train from exactly where we're sitting right now, and I probably could have gone anywhere in the building. So it's an intimate experience. It's a fun experience. Our guest service is top quality. Our fans are educated, and we're just so excited to open up tonight with Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds.
All right, Chad Johnson, Senior Vice President of Sales, thank you for joining us this morning, guys. We'll send it back down to you a little bit closer to the stage.
All right, thanks for that, Lindsay. From the very top to the bottom in seat number 1, trust us, folks, it looks good out here this morning.
A breeze.
About Dave Matthews.
I know.
This is huge.
It's going to be very big. What a great day. The breeze here, nice. But I mean, up top, you got to think that's going to be a nice, cool spot to see a show as well. 5,500 can fit in Daly's Place, the newest music venue here in Jacksonville, Florida. You've got the lights. You see it at night. 44 LED lamps that really get things going, changing colors and all kind of wonderful things. It's the footprint, we're told, of something similar to Radio City Music Hall.
We heard Monica warn us a little earlier, though. Be careful when it comes to traffic. Get ready for some traffic out here. Come a little bit early if you want to get a good spot. Obviously, a good seat. Plenty of them, we're told, from the top to the very bottom. You'll be good to go.
Listening to Dave Matthews right now, a little ants marching, which is cool, and we noticed, we look back to the set list from May 7 and what they've got to offer. If it's anything like that, Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds going to bring in the house. They're going to bring it with hours of performance.
And don't forget, there's a surprise performance. An RB band has been added to this. We're going to reveal that later on this morning. You got to come down here.
Have a great day, everybody.